Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a couple of brains. Olive's chewing on the cable.
She's already at it.
Welcome back to a couple of brain cells. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we are starting something new.
New, fresh.
So when I started this podcast, I knew a lot of these topics required a lot of context and background. Like duh. But in picking stories week after week and trying to decide like where to go, I've struggled with deciding when I want to do certain events, specifically because of the context required to understand them, which I know in a lot of these cases, you do not have that context.
No, absolutely not.
However, I think, and I hope, I have found the right way to go about this, at least in this instance. So Kyle, are you sitting down?
I can confirm I am sitting down.
Well, go ahead and keep sitting right where you are for the next couple weeks because we are beginning our first ever series on a couple of brain cells.
That's great. Am I allowed to stand up in between?
Olive's chewing on the cable just further down.
She knows you won't go get her because we have to stay in our seats.
She's an agent of who we're going to be talking
We have to stay in our seats.
Sorry, what were you asking if you could stand up?
Yeah, am I allowed to leave my seat in these next 4 weeks?
I'll give you permission to go get me food.
Okay. Well, at least I can stretch my legs.
Yes. And what better way to start our first series with probably one of the biggest online cultural earthquakes in internet history. Kyle, dear listeners, welcome to Dramageddon Part 1, I guess.
That's crazy. It's called
Dramageddon.
Like, it is called Dramageddon?
The event is called Dramageddon.
That's crazy. Okay, but I'll tell you why later.
Now, here is where I would usually ask Kyle if he has heard of Dramageddon. But as I said earlier, context is vital, especially to this story. So here's a plan for the next couple weeks, just so everybody can be on the same page, including you. Each week, Kyle and I will be discussing a major player within Dramageddon. We'll be covering their start on the internet and any scandals or controversies that they had before this event, and leave them as the bomb is dropping.
Wow.
And their paths are intersecting. We'll then do a finale in which we cover Dramageddon and all the fallout for these people. Sound good?
I don't have a choice. You have actually now chained me to my seat.
Okay, but do you like my plan?
Yes, it's a wonderful plan.
Okay, thank you. Now let's jump into our first creator. Listeners, you've probably read the title by now and know the topic of today's show, but Kyle, have you ever heard of a creator named Jeffree Star?
No.
Well, my next question was, what do you know about him? I really thought you would have heard at least something.
No, that's not the Jeffree that comes to mind when I hear the name Jeffree. Release the files.
Okay, well, Jeffree Star has been on the internet for a very long time, so we have a lot to get into, so get ready. Jeffree Star was born on November 15th, 1985 in Orange County, California. Unfortunately, he is my birthday twin, not the same year. And it's moments like this where I'm like, hey, maybe astrology isn't real because I do not see myself with him at all. But also he's a male Scorpio and they do have like a reputation. So.
Taylor Swift?
Reputation. I can't keep doing this every time reputation comes up, but I have to. You
should invest in a soundboard. Just like clip it.
And we should put that. We should put a little fart sound.
Oh, yeah. Air horn?
Yes.
Modern Warfare 2 hit marker.
What is that?
The little, from the little sound it makes when you hit somebody.
Oh.
Call of Duty.
Anyways, Jeffree grew up being raised by his mother and became very interested in her makeup. He began wearing makeup to school in middle school, but in high school, he really began experimenting with it. He really fell in love with doing makeup, and after he graduated high school, he moved to Los Angeles and became a freelance makeup artist. At this same time, Jeffree discovered a little website known as MySpace. I think you and I were a little too young for MySpace. Were you ever on it?
No, I think we were right at that cusp of MySpace into Facebook.
Yeah, I think neither of us were on
MySpace.
On social media, really.
Sure.
I wasn't.
That's fair.
I was on Club Penguin.
Some may say that was the beginnings of social media.
Yeah, but I had safe chat, so I couldn't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
It didn't keep me safe forever.
That was the same thing with Toontown.
You had safe chat on Toontown?
Yeah, they were both ran by Disney.
Well, I know that, but like
Yeah,
I didn't know it
they did
had
the same
Safe
thing,
Chat.
yeah.
I don't know. MySpace really reigned supreme from like 2003 to 2009 when Facebook came in and like took over in 2009. But MySpace is the blueprint. Like we probably would not have social media the way we do without it. And Jeffree was there from the start, and he actually became quite famous on it. He was very well known in the scene community. Do you know what that is?
The Scene? Is that
Scene.
like a boy band?
Scene.
Scene.
It's just scene.
No.
So scene is a subculture that was really big in the 2000s. Usually people with the scene style would have like this signature hairstyle that was like pin straight, super kind of big at the top, and just like the craziest side part, like all the way on the side of their head that pulls their hair like across their forehead.
Gosh, no.
Oh my gosh. I'll show you a picture, but also lots of skinny jeans. Think like 2000s like pop punk.
I was quite young.
It's this vibe.
Oh my gosh, yeah, wow.
Do you remember?
I do remember this, where people looked like they had huge heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do recall.
I wanted to be them so bad.
Sure, because you were young and those were the adults, so it made sense.
Yeah. So Jeffree was a pretty big trendsetter for this style, and kind of a big note here, he was a man wearing makeup, and with the internet and social media being so new, he's the type of person that a lot of people likely had never seen before. So he was like very intriguing. You know, you saw his picture and you're like, what is happening here?
Now, clearly from people, as you've shown me, from scene, the scene? In the
Scene.
From scene.
The scene community, I guess.
The scene. Okay, thank you. Clearly, eyeliner was a popular choice.
Yes.
Amongst both men and women.
Yes.
Is he wearing more makeup than just eyeliner? Is that the
Yeah.
emphasis here?
I'm going to show you a picture. It's kind of grainy, but can you describe this picture of Jeffree from this time to the audience?
Yeah, absolutely.
I almost don't want to give you my phone because you're going to die.
What do you mean? Okay, sorry, I need to digest this photo.
You can take my phone.
For a second. I need to digest this. I am seeing sharp angles, really pale. I'm guessing this is also like pale
It is
foundation.
edited as well.
This is edited too. Wearing a hoodie that has sprinkles on it. Mm-hmm. Neon blue, pink, and purple sprinkles. Mm-hmm. Dyed pink hair with that crazy side part and like swoop over. No eyebrows except pink eyebrow marker.
Like drawn
pen.
on, yeah.
Drawn on. Yeah, thank you for clarifying to me these terms.
You're welcome.
Big hoop earrings. He's eating a cupcake with sprinkles on it. White, looks like it's a yellow cupcake with white frosting. Pink fingernails. He's also wearing pink lipstick, and he has fake lashes on with teal at the center of the eye. Is that the right part? Like at the corner?
Yeah.
Overall, good color matching for the photo, right? The pinks and the teals and the props for that. But yeah,
Nice.
there's a lot going on in this photo.
You don't find anything weird about the cupcake that he's eating? Maybe part of it that's in his mouth?
I can't tell because it's so grainy. I thought that was just like cupcake. Is there something?
There's a razor blade in his mouth.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
There's no way I could discern that from this without you telling.
My bad.
I still can't
that
see
was
it.
the best picture I could find
Got it.
of this photo.
Yes,
which
please
was...
make sure you use that photo for
Yeah.
the content so everyone can see I'm not just...
I
am blind.
I have this one too.
Oh gosh,
I don't think you can say that word on the podcast though.
Say what word? Oh, the C word.
The See You Next Tuesday word.
The
Neck brace.
Yes, with the red hair.
While curling, yes.
Who am I thinking of? Red hair, little girl doll, scary movies.
Annabelle?
Yeah.
Wait.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I think so.
I'll trust you. I'm sure
Okay.
you know better than I would.
Well, this is Jeffree Star. This is back in
Jeffree
his
Star.
MySpace days. And he had this kind of signature of like having this crazy style and then also like mixing like spooky kind of vibes or
Clearly.
like weird, like something dark with like makeup, which is very usually seen as like very soft. So Jeffree was always trying new looks and looking to push the envelope a bit. And that's exactly where we should begin.
Works for the post office?
No.
Oh.
Because The amount of controversies this man has.
Salute our troops.
What?
At the post office.
Kyle.
Oh.
It never ends with this guy. So we're just gonna dive right in. In 2004, Jeffree began planning what seemed to be at least some sort of makeup-focused brand, if not makeup itself. This brand would be called, quote, Lipstick Nazi.
Bold name.
Yeah, and the promo featured a photo of Jeffree wearing a swastika necklace with his wrist slit open and bleeding.
Interesting. Is it saying death to Nazis?
Well, I'm gonna talk about it. He did get confronted about it like at the time, and then it came up later and he addressed it again. Unfortunately, since this was so long ago, a lot of comments and things have been lost to time. But allegedly, he did post an explanation, but didn't really apologize at all. It was very much like, sorry if you were offended kind of energy. But the photo did resurface in 2020, and Jeffree did post a formal apology to that on Twitter. I'll read you a couple excerpts from it for you now. When I was 17, I stupidly referred to anyone who was obsessed with makeup as a, quote, lipstick Nazi. It was offensive, derogatory, and for shock value. It does not reflect who I am today or what I stand for or have ever stood for. And I'm asking anyone who has reposted or shared the image of me cutting myself to please stop. I let someone photograph me when I was really young, and I regret doing extreme things for what I considered art at the time. And then it goes on longer than that. Also, in that same apology, he addressed a video of him posing next to someone who is wrapped in a Confederate flag.
You can't make this up.
No. He said in the apology about that, I was asked to be in that photo for shock value because I was, quote, gay.
Quote, gay.
I know, I said that weird. And obviously not what the flag represents. I was mocking the flag, but now I see how ugly and wrong it is to be next to it. Jeffree's MySpace era is also full of offensive videos. There are literally entire compilations of him saying basically every slur in the book, and they're like 10-minute long compilations. Like, they're pretty hefty. One of the like shitty person clips of him that I unfortunately had to watch was him and his friend just like making fun of a houseless woman on the street. She's not doing anything, but they're filming her, and then Jeffree calls it like a Kodak moment. And she's like visibly uncomfortable because these men are just like accosting her and filming her.
Is that like World Star?
What?
Like a Kodak moment?
No,
Like
remember the
people yell
commercials
Kodak
where it was
moment?
like, that's a Kodak moment.
No.
It was a Kodak commercial, like the cameras.
Oh, that would make sense.
And then people would be like, that's a Kodak moment.
Is that like how iPhone does captured on iPhone?
Yeah. So even though these clips were public, Jeffree's star continued to rise. In 2009, he took a step into the music world. He released his album Beauty Killer, and his music is not great. It sounds like a shit-ass AI album.
Before AI.
Before AI, so I guess he was kind of innovative in that way, if we want to give him a bone. Also, there's a feature from Nicki Minaj on it, which is like kind of insane. But maybe not, you know,
Well.
now that we know.
Well.
Now that we know all that we know. And I mean, even though the music was bad, there were still people listening to it. His album debuted at number 7 on the Billboard Techno charts. He also had a merch line at Hot Topic and went on tour. Not only did he do like his own little tour, but he was also a featured musician at the 2009 Vans Warped Tour. Warped Tour, have you ever heard of Warped Tour?
I have heard the words Warp Tour.
Yeah. So Warped Tour used to be like the tour. It was like a summer tour around the country. Honestly, though, it might need to have its own episode because these stories coming out of it in the last few years have not been good. It was a bunch of drunk musicians on the road. Things just did not go well. But before we move on, I can't play it for the podcast, unfortunately, but I do want to just play you a snippet of his song. So I'm going to play you a snippet from his song, Beauty Killer.
The song Beauty Killer. But wasn't
Yes.
the album. So it's like the headliner for the
Yes.
album.
Yeah. I would say to all of our listeners, like, if you want to listen to it, you can go on YouTube and look up Beauty Killer, but I don't think you need to. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's definitely techno. The beat's fine.
Yeah.
This goes back to why I don't listen to lyrics.
Well, you don't really need to, I feel like.
No. I would still not listen to the song without the lyrics.
Hell no. I feel like Warped Tour only boosted his fame even more because he was around other artists and their fan bases became like curious about him. There are pictures of him with like a ton of celebrities and he's very recognizable. So that made even more people basically tune into him. It also is very important to note that in 2009, he met a woman who would become very important to his lore. That woman is named Kat Von D. Kat was famous in a lot of the same circles as Jeffree, but gained most of her notoriety from her shows on TLC. She's a tattoo artist, first and foremost, and was featured on a show called Miami Ink before getting her own show called LA Ink. With a fan base behind her, Kat actually launched a highly successful makeup brand called Kat Von D Cosmetics, and the brand was most well known for its liquid lipsticks, which liquid lipsticks, this is going to be something that like keeps coming up. This was very big in the early 2010s is like makeup. It was like that matte lipstick that looks like chalk on people's mouths. How much do you know about beauty, babe?
Well, I can't say that I've ever used makeup. I have seen people use makeup. That is my best exposure to it. I have been in a Sephora.
Okay, I'll take it.
So that's all I've got.
This is a beauty focused series, so.
Oh, this is perfect because that's the whole premise is you teach me.
Yes.
And I am ready to learn.
Jeffree actually met Kat when he commissioned some of his tattoos from her. Kat is great at portraits and has done a few of them on Jeffree of people such as Jesus.
Famous?
Famous Jesus.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain.
Anyways.
Do you know who Kurt Cobain is?
Don't ask me that question.
Oh my God. What about Audrey Hepburn? Because she also did one of Audrey on him.
I think so. I think I've heard the name.
Actress. She's an actress.
I don't know. Who has she played in what movies that
You
I've
haven't.
seen?
You haven't seen any of her movies.
Well,
Have you
go.
seen Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No.
Okay. Kurt Cobain's the lead singer of Nirvana.
Yeah, I am well aware of who Kurt Cobain is.
Okay. Because you're a white boy.
He was.
Because you're a white boy.
He was, though.
Because you're a white boy. However, those were all done after their first few sessions together. The first tattoo Jeffree asked Kat to do for him was actually a portrait of a girl named JonBenet Ramsey. Do you know who JonBenet Ramsey is?
I've also heard that name.
But do you know who she is?
No.
So, JonBenet Ramsey was a little girl whose murder is famously unsolved. We don't have time to get into the specifics, but it was horrible. And she's a 6-year-old little girl. And Jeffree was like, I need her tattooed on me.
Did he ask her permission?
Kyle, her murder is famously unsolved. She is dead.
So therefore, no, he did not.
No.
Therefore, he shouldn't have done it.
Well, that's a great way to think about it, babe.
If you can't get permission,
He didn't
you
ask
shouldn't
Jesus or Kurt Cobain or Audrey Hepburn.
He shouldn't have done any of them.
Okay. So, obviously, Kat got his request and said yes to doing it. His friendship with Kat was very public, and they are like famously besties at this time. She even named a lipstick shade after him, Jeffree.
Wow.
What do you have on, Jeffree?
What's on your lips?
Oh, it's Kat Von D Jeffree. Like, what the fuck are you saying to me right now?
Jeffree on your lips is crazy.
There's like makeup with crazy names.
Yeah? What's another one?
Well, there's a lot of like
Well,
innuendo ones.
what does that mean?
A lot of Jeffrees are like ejaculation.
Okay, wow. See, this is why I probably don't follow the makeup community.
Yeah, that's why. And speaking of lipsticks, Jeffree too starts his own makeup line. In what?
Now he's competing with his friend?
That's okay, that is something that I thought of. And we're going to go into they do end up beefing, but it's not about that.
Who doesn't have their own makeup brand at this point?
Well, at this point, but this was early. This was in 2014.
It just seems like anybody can get one. I could probably go start my own makeup line.
Okay.
If I had like $100,000, I probably could.
In 2014, he also begins with liquid lipsticks. Liquid lipsticks were just huge at the time, like I mentioned. And also huge at the time was the beauty community on YouTube. Jeffree used his channel to promote the brand. So he was doing like tutorials using his makeup, challenges, and collabs with other well-known people in the beauty space. Through these collabs, Jeffree was making a lot of friends and being introduced to new audiences. I personally did not know about him until this time. So MySpace, that was all. And when I first began to watch these collabs, I had no clue where he came from, his past scandals. I assume a lot of his more recent fan base were probably in the same boat I was. We're YouTube kids. We didn't know.
Yeah, right.
MySpace. That wasn't my business. For these new viewers, I feel like the first big crack in the glass was when Kat Von D posted this image. Again, can you please describe it to the class?
I love doing this. That's crazy. It's just Jeffree Star with the pink hair, pink eyebrows, kind of like I described before, just with the big red circle with the cross through.
Yeah.
Canceled.
So she posted that to her Instagram with this caption. Are you ready?
That's so funny.
And remember, everybody thinks they're besties right now. After years of making excuses for and rationalizing Jeffree's inappropriate behavior, parentheses, including promoting drug use, racism, and bullying, end parentheses, I can no longer hold my tongue after recent events. I know that over the years, many of you were introduced to Jeffree through me, and regardless if you choose to continue to follow him or not, I just would like to disassociate myself from him and his brand from this point on. I plan on posting a video explanation as to why I felt compelled to make such a statement. But for the time being, I simply want to apologize to anybody and everybody who has ever had to deal with any of his negativity. And yes, with a heavy heart, I will be pulling the shade Jeffree from my collection. Sending love to everyone out there. Heart emoji.
All right.
How do you think Jeffree reacted to this?
Oh, yeah, imagine he lost his shit.
He immediately hopped on Twitter. Something we'll find out about Jeffree.
Not MySpace.
Not MySpace. Something we'll find out about Jeffree. He's on goddamn Twitter.
I feel like if this was during the MySpace time, like she would have went from number 1 on his friends list to like completely gone. Remember you had like your top 10 friends?
You want to know something? I didn't know that was a thing until Taylor Swift's Midnight's album. And she said something like, and when you're in their top 5, and I'm like, top 5? And then people were saying it's a MySpace reference.
Yeah, because you could have top 10 friends. And
yeah.
Everybody was like, it was a whole thing, to my understanding, because I wasn't on it. But like, if you were like someone's number 2 and you weren't like their number 2,
oh, I'd be fucking pissed off.
If you didn't rank each other in the same spots, like
I'd be fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
He claimed that he hadn't spoken with Kat in 6 months and called her, quote, another sad human.
That's crazy.
The 6 months thing is kind of up for debate because he did post another tweet after that one saying that they had texted a few days prior to this. But there were 6 months of silence like before.
Yeah, that's crazy to say. That's just a straight out lie. It's not. Did you say it was interpretation? There's no interpretation. That's just a lie.
I said it's up for debate. Yeah. He sends out a couple more tweets claiming Kat got distant when he launched his own brand, kind of like you thought.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
And then kind of poked at her public love life struggles, saying, quote, now you all know why no man could ever stick around. And then went on to say other stuff.
Jeez. That's
so
crazy.
Kat does post a video, like she says she would. And I'm going to play you a couple clips from that now.
I'm sure Jeffree was getting royalties from that lipstick that she had named Jeffree. It's kind of crazy to go ahead and make a whole product line to compete with her after that setup.
I remember, seeing him go off on this rant and really commanding his followers to start attacking this other really much smaller brand who made lip glosses, not even lipsticks, because of some human error in labeling. I remember, I think like the brand had accidentally labeled something with carmine and they claimed to be vegan, and he just went off on this brand, how the injustice of that human error that was completely forgivable. And I remember thinking, wait, you're not even fucking vegan. I mean, I know you like to put that word onto your packaging so that you can like bring in the vegan bucks, but like you totally eat animal products, and not only that, but you like promote MAC and like tons of other L'Oreal, like all of the biggest makeup lines that like actually test on animals are like famous for being non-cruelty free. So why would you sit there and not just verbally attack, but just like bully a brand that shouldn't even be on your radar? Wind it to a very important detail of all of this is that if you ask Jeffree how he made his makeup line, I'm sure the story will be something about how he's so self-created and all this stuff, which I think is kind of maybe how he wishes his approach to makeup was. But in reality, I can tell you how he started his makeup line. I can tell you because I was there, and it started in my living room at my house. And but I went to such great lengths. I even hooked him up with a factory that was actually producing my everlasting liquid lipstick formula plus a lot of my eyeshadows at the time. And Judy was the name of the lady that was the head honcho over there. And I basically got Jeffree a meeting over there and to see if he could start his own makeup line. And, even Judy told me after a meeting with Jeffree, the only reason he even got that meeting was because I vouched for him. When I was helping him out with the creative process of making his own makeup line, there was a point that we reached where I told him, hey, look, I can help you with mood boards, which I did. I just can't do your artwork for you. It's something that I keep really exclusive to my makeup line. I think that I have a guy who's really great, and I've used him for tons of projects. I mean, he's like a lettering and logo specialist, and he's a really hardworking dude from Detroit. His name's BJ Betts. Introduced Jeffree to BJ, and then BJ drew up his logos, and then Jeffree went forward with them, and it's the logos that you guys see now and all of the caps of all the lipsticks, and then never paid BJ. And BJ would call him, and basically Jeffree blocked his phone. And then so finally BJ called from a landline, and Jeffree answered, and then when he realized that it was BJ asking for payment, he hung up on him and blocked that number, and that's just what he does. And Jeffree said, hey, Jeffree, can you explain to me why you haven't paid BJ? And he basically told me to fuck off, or to go fuck myself, and then blocked my number, and that's just how he does it. And, I think that a lot of people also were offended by the photo that I chose. That was the photo that was taken of Jeffree when I knew him. That was like the Jeffree that I knew. The Jeffree that he is now is like this monster, this big, like, attention-seeking, fame-desiring, money-driven monster that I want no part in. And it's not to say that he doesn't have the opportunity to change. I think that everybody does. I mean, I'm a good example of that. I think, I didn't used to be as I didn't have my shit together as much as I have now, but I think that takes time and practice. But you gotta practice that stuff. You gotta unlearn the bad stuff. So I don't know. I think the online bullying, like, it's easy to, you can go ahead and pick on all these other people that might be intimidated and won't say anything back. But Jeffree, I'm not scared of you. And also, like, if somebody was, picking on you the way that you pick on people, I would stand up for you too.
I think that video's really funny with the picture she posted because like they don't go together at all.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like the picture with the X out is like this guy's canceled because he did something like so heinous, like he kicked a puppy type, like cancel. Like this guy is removed from the face of the earth. He's just doing bad business.
Okay.
He's doing bad business. Obviously, you should be like post a photo of him to say or make some post. But I just think the picture with the big cross is like
it's definitely
it's
a statement.
Dramatic.
It's a statement.
A little dramatic. I do understand the context of her post all the same. I wouldn't change any of the wording. I probably just would have used a different photo.
So she also shows drafts of the logo that was drawn for Jeffree, and he definitely kind of just took it and added a little spin to it.
AI.
No, this is before that time. Before those times. But of course, Jeffree responds initially with tweets and then his own video. The tweets are basically him saying he did pay the artist, BJ, and that if he had stolen it, where's the lawsuit? Where's all these other claims? Kat does tweet as well and say BJ texted her after the video was uploaded with a settlement offer from Jeffree.
That's crazy.
BJ also tweets the next day saying that he and Jeffree had resolved things amicably.
Sounds like he got paid.
Something I just want to touch on. Jeffree does upload his own video, but I feel like this may add context a little bit to this whole beef. I think it seems like they were probably getting distant in their friendship, but then this happens. Jeffree is at an event with the makeup group Too Faced, which Too Faced is a different makeup brand. He's there with higher ups, and apparently the higher ups mentioned that they were working with Kat for something, but that it had been very difficult to work with her. Jeffree claims that also in this conversation, the higher up said that Kat had mentioned that Jeffree was trying to steal an idea from her via the lab that they use. Jeffree has said this feels like a massive betrayal, and he says that in the video he uploads as a response. Here are a few clips of that video. I kind of narrowed it down to the responses to what Kat was claiming and went from there. But this video is still up on his channel. The other video of Kat, I had to find a re-upload of it. But here is...
This is great. I just love that we get to cover topics over this period of social media and YouTube where people just post videos.
People were just going back and forth in videos.
So
your
funny.
Face is on that. You
Imagine
know
if we just threw people in an octagon and as soon as one person makes a video post, it's like, no, you have to fight.
Beauty guru warfare. This is how beauty gurus. This is their octagon. This is their coliseum.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
Yes.
I have sat here we're on day 2 now since Kat posted her video about me, and at first, it was really shocking to see someone that I've known for 10 years do something so aggressive. It really saddened me because there were so many things that were not true in the video. Kat, I can't believe that you would post something knowingly and calculating it where you knew the response it was going to get. You are not some random friend of mine. You are a celebrity. You have paparazzi after you. You are a big name. You can't deny that. And for you to use such a huge platform to say things that were not true and to get the response you knew you were going to get is so disheartening and so vicious. You end your video and start it by saying it's not a bashing video. I don't want my followers or fans to attack, but you knew exactly what was going to happen. So I definitely want to show you guys these text messages. They're very important to this backstory. So about around December of last year, we had kind of started to slow down on talking. I started to get really busy with life and everything. I've had so many big changes ever since I launched my brand, and I think that's very important to note. So as you can see, middle of December, we hadn't really talked before then, but she reached out to me because she was doing some YouTube compilation for her channel about people who were like scared of clowns or something like that. So she writes me and says, can you have a picture of the clown tattoo I have? So of course I send one. Take it to end of February. I asked, hey, can I film me getting a tattoo for my channel? After I asked her to film, she goes silent. I do not hear or speak to her until a few days ago. So a lot of people on Twitter were misconstruing what I said. I said that I really hadn't seen her face to face in almost a year. Last time I saw her was in September, as you can see on her Instagram, if it's still up, and it's probably on mine, where we Instagrammed a picture together and she says best friends forever. Packaging, but BJ has done lettering for some of her palettes. So when I was developing my line, I reached out and said, hey, do you know anyone who could help me with artwork? I asked her if she wanted to do something and she declined, which I totally understand. And she put me in contact with this man. Now in her video she states, I told her to fuck off or go fuck herself. I never said that, Kat. Why would you make that up? The real message, which I think is a little scary and it's going to upset some people, is this. I'm gonna read it to you. I said, first off, he, meaning BJ, never did artwork for me, and we passed on using him. What I mean by this is that he did start an idea, but he did not design my entire packaging. What Kat did, which she shouldn't have done, is spoke for somebody that never asked him to. And she also didn't know that my current manager and lawyer were already talking to his manager and lawyer, and we're working something out because, long story short, now that my brand is successful, I wanted to take care of somebody who was work for hire and that helped me in the beginning and inspired something. So, long story short, BJ has been paid. He has been fully paid out. There is no debt. There's no pay your bills. All that crazy bullying and just psychotic behavior that I've seen is just so insane. I don't understand why people are coming so hard when they don't know the real story. So, BJ is paid. I write Kat back and I say, first off, he never did artwork for me and we passed on using him. The fact that you even have the nerve to text me after you were telling the owner of Two Face Cosmetics that I tried stealing ideas from you from our lab is truly disgusting and disturbing. You and I do not know each other anymore, and the past is the past. Please worry about yourself and stay the fuck out of my business. What Kat did was, when I asked her about a lab, she gave me a sample of one of her products that was in a little vial and said the lab's name on it. She said, this lab makes a few formulas for me. Google them, see if you can get a meeting. So she did not call for me. She did not walk me in the building. I called myself. I Googled the number. I got in contact with the owner and the creative director, and her name is Judy. Shout out to Judy. I love you. And the rest was history. I just want to say, even though all of this has gone on in the public, Kat, we've been friends for so long. I still have love for you. I'm not sure what you're going through personally, but I wish you the best, and case closed.
We have a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of circular lies in there.
Go ahead.
Why would he say that he's paid someone that he said he passed on using their services?
He paid them now.
But he passed on... The text says I passed on using his services.
But when he was explaining that he paid them, he said I wanted to like give them back something now that my brand is successful because they inspired something.
That doesn't matter. What do you pay someone for if they didn't render any service?
Well, many would ask the same question.
So did you pay them for service or did you not get any service? Because he said he didn't get any service.
Yes.
But he paid him.
Yep.
So was it charity? Was it just donation?
Was it a handout? I think he kind of sees it as like charity.
No, but I'm saying clearly he got a service. He's just lying about not getting a service.
Yes.
That there was probably some bill due.
Yes.
And he was getting... And lawyers don't talk to lawyers unless there's threat of being sued.
Well...
No lawyers ever get involved until they're talking about getting sued. So why would his lawyer be in touch?
Or preventing getting sued, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there's a threat of being sued.
Yeah.
Correct. But no service was given.
Yeah. I also want to revisit just your general reaction.
Can you put the GIF of Bob from what is it?
Monsters vs. Aliens?
Monsters vs. Aliens.
I'll try.
For everyone to see, because that's like my reaction to this.
Yeah. That was your... Well, okay, wait. Can you describe your initial reaction? I'll describe it. So I handed Kyle my phone. I keep all the clips on my phone. And he looked scared.
Yeah.
At the image of Jeffree. And then confused. And then he said, who is that? And motioned to his chest, which is where Jeffree's Jesus tattoo is. And I said, that's Jesus.
No,
and Kyle went, why is he fat and white?
Yeah. He does look white and he does look fat.
Well, is he white because he's on the whitest person ever?
You could do shading. If you're a good tattoo artist, you would put in some shading.
So they're coming for Kat Von D as well.
Correct. I think it was bad art of someone who's very famously drawn and appears everywhere across the entire globe.
Yeah.
And that was her take on Jesus.
Yeah. So I think it's nice that you clocked like his video was a lot longer than hers. I feel, and I cut his down obviously, but it was kind of a word salad, which I think he does really well, where by the time you're just like, you kind of forget about her video listening to him talk for 25 minutes, and then you're like leaving off with his last thing being like, I don't know what's going on in your life, Kat,
Yeah, it was kind of backhanded.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah,
Trying to stir the pot.
Yeah. After this video dropped, most people were actually on Jeffree's side. And Kat did actually delete her video, like I mentioned. I do feel kind of weird about this video from him. I am in no way like a Kat Von D fan because she is not the best person. I mean, she's associated with Jeffree Star. There's lots of stuff in her background as well. But his language about her being like aggressive and stuff just makes me like side eye. What I can say is this incident did set off like.
Her video about him being aggressive?
He called her aggressive.
Got it. I thought you were saying she called him aggressive. I'm like, yeah, he is aggressive.
He called her aggressive when you were in shock about the Jesus.
Yeah, I really didn't hear the whole first like 20 seconds. I was trying to just understand what I was looking at.
I'm sorry. I should have just let you look at it first so that way you could just take it in. But yeah, this set off like a chain reaction of events of Jeffree versus basically everybody in the beauty space. So pretty much all his friends.
Like L'Oreal?
No, like other creators.
Oh.
So like I said earlier, Jeffree still has lots of fans and is releasing a lot of makeup. He kind of mentions it in the Cat video, but his makeup brand is in-house, so he's actually able to come out with new stuff like all the time, which a lot of other brands can't do. In 2017, he is gearing up to release a new eyeshadow palette and has one of his friends and fellow beauty guru model for his campaign. This friend is a woman by the name of Nikita Dragon. Nikita is by no means an angel.
She's a dragon.
She's a dragon. She's had her own fair share of controversies, one of which stems from the work she did with Jeffree. And I just think this is very interesting. I'm going to show you a picture of Nikita from this time. You know what to do.
Oh, she looks nice. She's got pink hair. Mm-hmm. I'm noticing a trend, like these like bright hair. Her lip color is very similar, very close tone match to her hair. Fake lashes. She's got the eyeshadow on. She's got the eyebrows going on. She looks like she is in pain.
Why?
She looks like she has a tummy ache.
Okay.
Like her smile.
Just the way she's posing in
her smile looks pained.
Anyways, she looks like a normal person, yeah?
Is there Botox that might cause that? But yeah, she looks very pretty.
Okay, I'm going to have you hold on my phone. Go ahead and swipe. This is an image of her work for Jeffree.
This?
Yes.
Is this Jeffree or is this her?
That's her.
There's no fucking way that's her. That is crazy. That is a problem.
Why?
You can't do that.
Describe it, babe.
Blackfacing. She is blackfacing. Otherwise, a lot of it's pretty similar. The hair is a little bit sharper pink. Better matches Jeffree's pink hair.
If you had to put like... If you had to describe her shade before and shade now.
Her shade before was fair.
Yeah.
Right? Fair skin tone. Now it's, she's blackfacing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And black shouldering. And black necking. Because she did like the whole thing. Well, you know what? The British do that.
Okay, this is a good... So let me bring this up. Have you ever heard of black fishing?
No.
So...
Is that like with the killer whales?
No, babe.
Blackfish? Isn't that what it's
Okay,
called?
yes, but this is different.
Okay.
This is a concept similar to blackface. So this concept was a pretty hot topic of conversation in the later 2010s, but it has been around. It's basically when someone who is not black makes themselves look black/mix through the use of bronzer, tanning, editing, etc. The difference is this is more like a beauty thing rather than like a making fun of. Like blackface, a lot of times it's like a mockery.
Okay.
Versus this is like you're trying to look like
to achieve a level of beauty.
To achieve like those beauty standards.
Okay.
Yes, which it is very popular in England.
Yeah.
This is like a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the photos, especially with the World Cup going on right now. I've seen the photos of the girls at the bars, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
A lot of tanner. A lot of
tanner.
So yeah, this photo is really fucking bad.
Correct.
And this is a campaign photo for like a new palette.
They're probably killing the UK.
Like, why did they do that? And Nikita actually did respond saying that the idea behind the campaign was like high contrast and lights and darks.
Didn't really get that vibe.
No. Sure. Jeffree himself and his company never responded to the backlash.
So he managed to just drag her through the mud and then he just...
kind of left her out to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, again, she's not...
Sorry, he didn't drag her through the mud. He allowed her to be dragged through
Yes.
the mud. Mm-hmm. And then left her out to dry.
Just a couple months later, Jeffree is gearing up for another makeup release. This one is with another friend and beauty guru named Manny MUA. So another male beauty guru, which there's not many in the space. So there was this kind of like camaraderie. Mm-hmm. Manny was also extremely popular online, and this launch was going to be massive. These are both creators with over millions of followers. There was a palette included in the line, and then also highlighters and liquid lipsticks. So it was like a full line almost. However, 5 days before the launch of this line, a company called Black Moon Cosmetics sues them. Black Moon's Cosmetics is a similar makeup brand, and Kyle, I'm going to show you their logo. Again, you know the drill.
So look at this BM with a moon.
Yeah, so the BM over the moon.
Over the moon.
It's like a crescent moon.
Yeah, and it's like a pearlescent style
it's like
on a
holographic.
black lipstick case.
Here's the logo for the Jeffree / Manny collab.
I see
That's Jeffree's logo, the star.
a star with... No, I'm going to have to pull
The
this in.
J's here.
Yeah, okay, so it's a star with back-to-back J's over the moon, but the moon is flipped compared to the one before. Mm-hmm. Jeffree Star Cosmetics, Manny Mua Skin Frost TM. Mm-hmm. Over a black... Let's
Okay,
a bunch of triangles.
You don't have to go into it. But...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just doing what I'm asked.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you.
So is the emphasis just the star over the moon?
It's like the main logo for the moon. Yeah.
It's the...
You know what? And the lawsuit states that, okay, Jeffree and Manny stole their logo. That's what they're saying. Which is like... They're essentially the same, but also they're so simple that you could say it was a coincidence. Except for the fact if you look into the lawsuit, which is public knowledge. And part of it says that Manny had actually reached out to Black Moon like months earlier and said that he loved their packaging before introducing the moon as his own logo.
Yeah?
And then put the star over it.
Yeah, but that's... You can't copyright a moon and a star.
Okay.
Those are so generic. It's not like they wrote a custom symbol. It's like the letter D being copyright for Disney.
Yeah.
You can't just own the letter D. It's in the alphabet, man.
Do they not own it?
They tried to sue people for using it before for the single letter D.
What is the font copyrighted?
I believe it was, and then they lost the copyright on it.
Oh.
And it's like, come on. It's just letters, and it's a font.
Yeah. Jeffree and Manny publicly waved this off, saying that the star and moon align and that the legal side of things was being taken care of. It seems like there may have been like a private settlement regarding this because I didn't find anything. The stars are aligning. This same damn month, Jeffree gets into beef with yet another beauty guru named Jackie Aina.
Crazy. I feel like he doesn't eat beef. He looks like he's a vegetarian or a vegan.
Yeah, but remember Kat Von D said she's seen him eat meat.
No, I don't recall that at all. Was that earlier in the episode?
Yep. Notably, the beauty space was and still is.
What's Loke mean?
Loke.
For our audience?
It's just low key. I'm just a fucking idiot. But the beauty space is very white.
Unless you wear that much bronzer.
Unless you wear that much fucking bronzer like Nikita Dragon. Jackie was one of the biggest black creators in the space, though.
Hold up. Pause. Is it Nikki the Dragon or is it Nikita Dragon?
Nikita Dragon.
Okay, because for a second there, I thought you said Nikki the Dragon.
Oh, it sounds like it. So Jackie Aina was one of the biggest black creators in the space. Remember that.
Say it one more time for me.
No. Jackie uploaded a video of an anti-haul. Have you ever heard of these types of videos?
An anti-haul?
Yeah. Have you heard of a haul video?
I have heard of a haul video.
So an anti-haul is basically instead of like showing off what you bought, it's talking about all the stuff you won't buy. Or I've seen some people saying like getting rid of stuff.
All the stuff you won't buy.
It's just like a talking video.
Weird.
Yeah. Which for...
We should start those. I won't buy a Ferrari because I can't afford it.
No, like, here's something. Yeah, let me think of something.
I won't buy a certain line of paints for my Warhammer guys because I don't like it. But I still buy other paints.
There it is. I won't buy... Yeah. That's it. I won't buy.
Yeah, okay, let's keep going. You tried.
I won't buy.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing it for a
I
second.
won't buy any Harry Potter related merchandise because it funds J.K. Rowling's
Period.
political warfare.
How do you do that? I'm tapping my index over my thumb.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that like the thing people do now?
Yes. Anyways, she made an anti-haul video. In this video, she brings up the fact that she would not be purchasing Jeffree Star cosmetics, anything from it.
Mm-hmm.
Her reasoning is that Jeffree has a lot of racism in his past, and as a woman of color, why would she support his brand?
Fair.
I think this is very valid. I actually thought the same thing back in the day once I found out about the racism. At first,
Were you buying his brand before then?
No, I never bought anything.
Okay.
Again, this is just a little portion of the video. She even says, like, hey, if the background of the person running a brand does not matter to you and you want to buy this stuff and you like it, go ahead and buy it. Like, she's just like, for me, I'm not going to buy it.
Sure.
That was it. I feel like we know Jeffree kind of well by now. How do you think he reacts?
Unfortunately, I wish I didn't know him as much as I do, which is probably why I wasn't online that much.
I don't think you would be in this space anyways.
As I'm finding out as we go into episode number 11 or 12, it just kind of reaffirms why I was never in these spaces to begin with. I imagine he absolutely freaks the fuck out and posts another YouTube video.
He flips. First
on Twitter.
He blocks her and then goes to his godforsaken Twitter. Good job, babe. He posts several tweets, not directly at her, but he's actually like responding to like drama channels and stuff that were like posting about the situation. It was weird. Like responding to other accounts. One of the tweets said, quote, people use my name when their channels are stale. Worry about your own career, not why someone blocked you, because she shared that he blocked her on her Twitter. She was like, LOL, right?
I wish I could be that confident. Like, I wish my head was that far up my ass.
See, and that's why I'm like, I cannot be this man's birthday twin. Like, I do not. I'd be like, someone's not gonna buy something for me. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
At one point, he accuses her of tax evasion as well. He also did send a meaner tweet that said, quote, I blocked that irrelevant rat months ago, but deleted it pretty quickly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Again, I wish my head was that far up my ass. That's a crazy statement. I wish I could say stuff like that, but like at the same time, I would never.
Exactly. And also at this time, like this whole situation brings up all of those racist videos once again. And like I said, he is like saying every slur in the book, slurs that I had never heard before, but learned from this. Like he's like digging deep, and just saying, like yelling at them, like people on the street with them or saying them in like videos. It's just not great. So he lets it sit for a little bit and then he releases a video called Racism a few months later. That's the title. He says at the start of the video that this is basically his official statement regarding the old racist videos that have been following throughout his career. Here are some clips from that.
In these videos, I say some really disgusting, vile, nasty, and embarrassing things. And you know what's fucked up? The past can never be erased. It is always going to be there. And my past has been recorded. It's been videoed. It has been exploited all over the internet. And I'm sitting here, and those videos were 12 years ago. And I look at them, and I see them resurface, and it just makes me sick to my stomach because I don't know who that person was. I know who I am today. I know exactly the person I am today, but I do not know who that person was. The person that said those horrible, vile things, that person was depressed. That person was just angry at the world. That person felt like they were not accepted. That person was seeking attention. I was someone that loved to seek attention when I was younger. I loved the shock value. I loved fighting anger with anger, and I didn't know any better. And does that make it okay? Absolutely not. See, it really makes me sick to my stomach to watch those old videos because what I was saying is not what I represent. I think that racism is a very serious subject, especially in today's world. I owe you the truth, and I owe you an apology. I'm so sorry for my words. I'm so sorry for everything that I've said in my past. I can never turn back time and take those moments away. They happened. I have owned up with them, and I have lived with it for a long time. And every time that they get re-dragged up, it just makes me just sad because I don't know who that person was. I want to set an example for the youth and the future in front of me. And I want to go on record and let you know that is not okay. Just because someone insults you, it is not okay to fight back, but sometimes that's how we handle things. We're human beings. And I think that at the end of the day, people forget, past the money, the cars, the clothes, I am just one tiny little person on this earth trying to make a better life for me and my family. And I am nowhere near perfect. I am literally the furthest thing from perfect. I make mistakes every day, but I've learned from them. And the intent behind my words back then, it was not about race. Racism does not live inside of me. I don't even know what the fuck. Like, I don't know how that exists into people. I said really horrible, vicious things back to people to hurt them, to harm alarm them, to shock them, and to let them know that you're going to call me something, I'm going to cut you back so hard and make you feel like a piece of shit because you made me feel low. And that is not okay.
Jesus is still there. And he's staring at me from
Jesus was seen. He's on Jeffree Star's.
This deep V. I just see his eyes are just staring at me from this.
Oh, that's funny.
That video again is it's a very classic one that would end somebody up on this podcast.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is the non-apology. Because he keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then he goes to explain why he does these things as if that makes it okay.
Yeah. Which I think is a classic. Like, and it's hard to, I think when you're getting called out for it,
To not
do that.
Yeah, because you're defending yourself.
You just say like, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Correct. And those people would not make it on this podcast because they're probably, they actually learned.
Yeah. Most of the times when people are like defending themselves like that, like where the video is so long because you're talking about how your mindset led you to do that, it really shows you haven't like changed, know.
Correct.
So yeah, for the most part, you said it's a standard sorry I was racist video. And to be clear, like I said, I've said this before on this podcast, I am someone who does believe people can change, especially from when they were like younger. I am not the same person I was when I was 18 or when I was 23, like when I was 13, when I was 9, when I was 2, when I was 6 months. I couldn't even walk then, right? Wait, can you walk when you're 6 months?
I was running.
I don't know shit about babies.
Sub 4 minutes.
However, due to what is coming, what I know, I do not feel like this video was entirely sincere. It kind of gives, the big racism title is supposed to be like the statement to stop bringing it up. Not I'm so sorry. So yeah. However, with all this drama, there's no denying that Jeffree has become one of the most infamous people on YouTube. A lot of people know his name because he's always in some shit. Not you, because you're on like fucking How It's Made YouTube or some shit.
The best place to be. It's drama free,
And while Jeffree has a lot of eyes on him, there's one person who sees Jeffree as someone to analyze, someone interesting. This person is none other than longtime YouTuber Shane Dawson.
I've heard of Shane Dawson.
Who we will meet and talk about next week. Can you believe this is all just episode 1?
He's coming on the podcast next week?
He is coming on the podcast. He's not, guys. We're going to metaphorically meet him.
Is he a bad person?
He sounded so sad.
I can't remember.
Is he a bad person? That was me.
Was he?
That was me finding out. Yeah.
Okay.
He's not great.
I thought he was pretty decent for like some time, wasn't he? Was he like an okay guy? Or is he one of those YouTube pedophiles?
No,
There's a lot of those.
We're gonna meet and talk about him next week.
Okay. We're gonna meet. You and I.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about him.
Yes. You and I.
He will not meet us.
He will not meet us. Thank God. Can you believe this was all just episode 1?
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten
great.
close to Dramageddon.
This is great. I did say I was gonna mention on that.
Are you gonna get into your favorite thing?
Yeah, the new.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna introduce your favorite things.
Back it up.
All right, before we sign off, at the end of every episode, Kyle and I like to share something that we saw, heard, smelled in pop culture that we liked.
Well, it wasn't my favorite thing, but I just thought it was interesting. So kind of,
Something you
I'm
liked,
going to say
yeah.
2 things.
Okay.
It's been mentioned before, and I mentioned earlier this episode about the Warhammer stuff. It's interesting that we're doing Dramageddon. One, it just released a new edition that's based on Armageddon at the same time. So it's like kind of a coincidence that you and I are kind of in sync. What else is new? And I think the favorite thing that I saw, smelled, heard, touched this week was a new sushi place that we've never been to before. We're not going to probably mention it, but I think actually going somewhere other than, if you've ever been to that novelty Kura sushi, you definitely pay for the novelty of it. I know it's a kind of a big chain, but having somewhere that actually serves real fish, I think was a whole new experience.
Yeah, your life changes when you go to a nicer sushi place. I think we learned that this.
Yes.
And no shade to like Kyle said, like even beyond the novelty, like sushi places in malls and shit like that, like places like I don't know that we grew up going to.
Yeah.
No shade to them. Love them down. I said this at the restaurant. I'm like, if I want a roll dunked in spicy mayo, like I'm not gonna come here.
Correct.
But that fish.
But if you want real fish, it is the place to be.
Okay. My favorite thing. Well, I have two as well. I have a movie.
Probably guess one. Yeah, I was gonna let you have it. You usually let me go first. So I was trying not to steal it from you.
The Odyssey went crazy.
Mm.
The more I learned about it, it was so loud. It was so loud.
Ready.
That's okay. But take your earplugs. But the more I learned about like how it's made, I'm just like, God damn, that's crazy.
You also gotta be ready for movie going culture. We had a long discussion about that.
We did. Oh my God. Everybody shut the fuck up.
You know, when you're at the movies, please be
Hey,
quiet.
shut the fuck up when you're at the movies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get off your fucking phone as well.
That too.
If you can't be on your phone, or if you can't be off your phone, excuse me, for more than an hour, for more than 10 minutes, go ahead and wait for that movie to come out on Prime. Or
Also, if you have kids that are gonna not,
holy
it's
fuck,
not their fault in their attention spans.
No, it is their fault.
It's not. You know, there is a rising of attention disorders.
Yeah, and that's because their lazy parents put a fucking iPad in front of
But
them.
you should not put your kids in a situation where they may behave like that.
Just be courteous of others. Is it
Correct.
so fucking hard to like be like, hey, I'm going to a public space, like I should just be acting fucking normal and just like chill?
Rare.
Not, hey, I'm going to this public
thought.
space. I'm looking for a break from my children.
Rare thought.
That's not what this is for.
Mm-hmm. What's your second favorite thing?
My second favorite thing, Kyle and I have been like talking a lot about this show. There's this fucking game show called Press Your Luck.
Oh my God, I love it.
And I had no clue that
It was such a random memory pool for me.
a little bit, yeah, you brought it up, and then I had no clue that the like, oh, no whammies, that the idea of a whammy comes from this show, apparently, essentially. Holy fuck. Guys. Press your luck. No whammies. Give me that 50-foot long sandwich
Give me
or
big
the
bucks.
fuck.
Yeah, the 500-foot long sandwich.
Like random ass prizes up there. They're trying not to get this little red monster named a whammy, because the whammy takes away all their goddamn money. So they'll get up to like 40K sometimes, and the fucking whammy comes in and is like, I'm gonna steal your money. That's what he
Or
sounds
you can
like.
get up to $250,000 and it'll steal your money.
Yeah.
You can make a comeback like that girl did, and she got almost $500,000.
That was crazy. Yeah. So, anyways, okay, we went on a tangent. Thank you guys so much for listening. We are so excited to do this series, and I'm so excited to tell Kyle about this, because this is really something that, like, even in our personal lives, I have not even brought up, because I'm like, the context needed. Like, it's just a multi-hour conversation. So
We definitely had multi-hours together.
but you know what I mean.
I do. Okay, we'll see you next time.
All right. Don't forget to follow us on socials. We will be uploading images and clips talked about in this episode to our Instagram at a couple of brain cells. And also don't forget to follow us wherever you're listening and leave us a review. We're very thankful when you guys do. We're so excited. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
Bye.
Make sure to ration for the Dramageddon.